Today I'm going to be creating an e-commerce website, which is an online shopping website which has categories and products to buy, like Hipsy Burada. I'm using an XAMPP and PHP for this project, as well as HTML, and I'm using, like I said, I'm using XAMPP. I already created a database. The database is called Just Shopping. I added brands to it, cart, categories. This orders will track the order of the customers' products. I added countless products in this database, all stored in here, and some user info. Now, let me get started with the project. As you can see, this is my page, the index page, which is the home page, but I'm going to create all the headings and the look and the design of it. I'm using Sublime to write this code, and yeah, let me get started. If is set. Let me use a super variable. Now I'm going to be starting with the HTML to design and create the website. Let me just close the PHP. I didn't notice. Okay. Starting with the HTML. First, the head of the page. Now for the title of the page, just shopping. The website name is called Just Shopping. I'm going to be linking it to a style sheet that I've already made and put it on the project. Put strap. Here I'm using jQueries from the internet. I use all of these resources. Let me link now the style sheet again. It's called style.css. Yeah, no, I forgot to add the main JavaScript. And that's all for the head section. Now for the body. Okay. Did I miss something? I was writing here script by mistake. Okay. Now I'm done with the head page. Now I'm going to be creating the navigation bar. I'm customizing it, look. Fixed top, okay. I wanna put it in a container. Did I miss something? No, everything's good. The header, I forgot to add class. Navbar. Now adding icons to the navbar with buttons on it. Type button. Class. Toggle, so it works with patching. Data. Toggle. Okay, after adding all the icons on the bottom, the number, I'm going to be moving on to I'm going to be putting the title of the website on the navigation bar. So, class navbar brand just shopping. And I'm going to be I'm going to be adding a logo. Let me save the changes and check my work as there is an error where line to. Okay, let me see it. These are the logos. Online to constant save. Here is the icon, but it's underneath the. Let me try to fix it. Yeah, after fixing it, here it is. Now I'm going to be continuing with the code. Adding more attributes to the navigation bar. Now using this form, I'm going to be creating and search function which can detect the products by names input text because it's a search bar. Can I call it form control placeholder, the gap for typing the letters, search. Let's make it small. Yeah, and that let me check how it looks. Yeah, here it is, as you can see, but I'm going to be adding a submit button. So button, button type submit class button btn btn the id is search button. Let me create a span class. This I'm going to be adding here the an icon for a search bar. Search, yes, this icon. Let me close the form. Yes. Now let me check. As you can see here at the search bar. Now let's move on. Now this is the left side. Sorry. This is the left side of the navigation bar. Now we're gonna here add the sign in, login to the profile. I already have the data stored in the database I showed earlier, and the cart where you can add products and then pay for them. Okay, let me get started. Now for the right side of the navigation bar. btn primary. Sorry, not btn primary. This is for the shopping cart. Drop down. We need the drop down menu. Drop down menu. Cart. Here I'm defining the size of the icon of the shopping cart. Div class. Here I'm adding the information for the cart of the product. Like now I'm going to be adding the number of the product, the image, the name, which is the details of the product that is in the cart. Div margin down 3. This is the placement. Again, margin down 3, product image, product name, and finally the price. In the currency I've put in the database. Wait, I must recall it from the PHP. PHP, yes. Echo currency. Currency, close this. And the shopping cart now must be done. Let me save and check. 950. What's wrong? 950. Yeah, here is the cart. As you can see. Sorry. Price in dollars when I add the number of the product, the ID, the image, and the product name. And yeah, now I'm still gonna add stuff now, like the images and the card product and whatso. So let me add them again. I'm going to be displaying them on rows, div class. Sorry, no. I'm done with the rows. Body. Now let me save it. Yes, I'm done with the. Yeah, here's the card. Now I'm going to be continuing. Now, uh, adding the part for the sign in, where you can log in and sign into your account to use the website. So let's get started. Same as the card, I'm going to be using a drop down data for the data and the menu that showed up. Okay. Sign in. Now again, I need that drop down menu. If I need style, panel primary now. So after writing all of this code for the sign in button in the navigation bar at the right side, here I initiate an input type email to enter the email, name email, the ID email required, so you have to enter it to sign in, of course, as well the same thing for the password. Here I created the submit button after entering your email and password to sign in. Here in the panel I created how the box looks like for the information to put in, and let me now demonstrate it. Sorry, no, I didn't save. Let me save. Try again here. Here's the icon I added. This is one of the emails in the database. This is the submit button. The panel I created with color and style to it. The email, the password. These both are required to submit and answer. So you can now. I'm done with the navigation bar. Now I'm going to be adding the brands as the boxes here. Boxes that contain information. Like I'm going to be starting off with the categories or brands. Categories, then I'm going to be putting here categories and brands, and then show the products. The products are already available in the database, so as soon as I write the code, they are going to appear on the page. Okay, let me get started. Now I'm going to be starting with the categories. Class container fluid, which these containers will contain all of the information. I want to display them in rows. I want to customize them in each gap how the text will be censored. Div ID now. Here to request the categories that are available in the database using this get category from the database. Let me continue. Div ID. And now for the brands, get underscore brand. Here I'm defining the products, the boxes, the containers that contain the products. I'm doing now the shape of them, how they, the style of them, and how are they gonna show. But for now, I'm adjusting the margins, the placements of each one of them, so they can be displayed in a proper way. Panel to panel info. Display them in panels, the information info. Div class. Now this is for the products panel, which are going to be showcased in the left side of the website. Now, after I'm done, I'm gonna demonstrate how it looks. The header for this call products, which is show all of the products available in the website. Here I'm doing the style for it, defining the panel that contains the information. Same with the category, get brand. Sorry, get products, not brand. Products. I already did the brand one. I'm adding this. It's not a thing important, but it looks good for the website. Footer, panel footer. Going to be adding I'm gonna put it a little bit down, margin down on the body HTML. Let me save. Yeah, here it is. Now the products are not showing. I don't know why. Here, as you can see. Here is the lab, the categories. I have 3 categories. These are the brands. These are the brands. The product should be shown here. I'm going to be checking the XAMPP. I think the server is disconnected or there is a problem. Then I will continue on creating the page for the cart after seeing what's the problem with the products. After fixing the issue with the products by digging into the codes, I managed to fix it, and here are the products I added. As you can see, laptops, we have 6 laptops, mobiles, TVs. Now HP has 3 laptops. The brand, these are the brands. We have 5 brands. Samsung, 3 phones, 2 TVs. Apple, 3 phones, 2 Mac Pros. Google, 2 phones, 1 Pixelbook, which is like a laptop. LG, sorry, 4 TVs and 1 phone. Now let me use the search function. For example, if I want to type like HP, sorry, HP, yeah, here it is, HP Omen. Samsung, let's say. Okay, let's use the Samsung LG. So it's working. Now for the second part of the project, let's say we want to add this Google Pixel Book to our cart. So we click here, add to cart. The product is added successfully. Now if I want to purchase or check out, as you can see, there is no the cart php.php is I still didn't do it. So I'm going to be heading to Sublime and starting to create this product page, this cart page, to display the product and the product details. So let's get started. First with a PHP as usual. Let me define some super global variables. Let me use another super global variable here. Okay, this time it's going to be post super global variable. Essentially, this sentence, let me finish it first. This sentence means that the super global variable is telling us, as you can see, is logging user with product. That if you after you add the product to your cart, if you, for example, you're not signed in to the to the website, you can, by clicking into the cart after you want to check out, but you can't of course check out because you're not signed in. So it transfers you to the page where you can sign in if you or if you don't have an account, you can create an account. We're gonna see that in a bit. Let's continue on writing the code. Um, um, I'm done with the PHP part now. Same as the index page, we're going to be starting with the HTML to make a style for the page and view the information. Linking the style sheet, which is called which is called style.css. The name of the website again. Now creating in the left side of the navigation bar the home. Did I miss something? Yeah, okay. Let me continue. Actually, let me save and check what I have done. My progress. There is an error. fix it. Okay, let's continue with the navigation part with the icons, the home button, I believe, and the products, index page, yes, which lead us to the index page, PHP. Actually, no need for this, and just copy this logo. Before I do this, I forgot to name it. Let me put the logo here. Um, Now for the products, again, index php.php products. Let me save and check my progress. If I press this, yeah, took me back. Let me go back. Yeah, here we are. Let's continue with the code. Now I'm going to be creating the sign up form, which detects when you want to buy the product and you're not signed in. It will give you this alert to sign in before you proceed with the checkout. I want to display it in div class. Let me adjust the placement. Let's say margin. I'll keep it to before I do this. Let me here at id sign up message. Okay. And the message is let's say, for example, no, let's do it like alert sign up form. Okay, now let's continue with one last thing. I want to create now the form. Of course, I want it to be displayed in rows. And name this panel okay, and call it customer. Let's say login form. Now for the body of the panel. This is the user login form. User login, not sign. When you want to enter, not create. First scenario for you, type in the username false. Oh, I misspelled false. Yeah, okay. Now let's continue. Now I'm going to be creating labels for the details of the customer so he can enter them whenever he wants to login or register. But in this case, he's logging in or signing in. Input type is going to be email. ID, email as well. Required. So you have to fill in this gap, of course, to log in. Class form, and password. Now for this, the password gap. Let's add another thing to the cart. For example, if the user don't have an account, they can create user. I will put this down. I'm going to showcase it right now. Which take us to customer. See the next page. Customer underscore registration. Dot PHP. Create. Let's call it create a new account. Obviously, new account. HTML. What's this? HTML. here, as you can see, customer login form, it's called here. After you add the product, create, oh sorry, what did I do? Create a new account. Where did I type it here? Create a new account. Okay, save. Create a new account. Yeah, here. Yeah, let's save it and check once again. Yeah, as you can see, it's here. Customer login for the email, the password. This is when you add the product here in the cart. I already added the product from the beginning here, as you can see. This is the login form. If you already have an account and you're registered to the site, you can enter directly. But if you don't have account, you press here, which take us to the customer registration PHP, which we're gonna do it later on. Now, let's say you want to proceed with the purchase, the checkout. So you don't, let's, for example, you don't have an account. So you click here, create an account. As you can see, it takes us to this page, like I said, which is the customer underscore registration. Now the page doesn't include anything because we have to redesign it again like the previous pages. So let's get started with the PHP section first. Okay, PHP. This time I want to call out get using the super globe the register because I want to register a new account. So I call this method register. Now, as usual, let me start with the HTML. Because the previous pages are the same, I have to create the navigation bar and type in the title and link all the style sheets and the bootstraps. So I'm simply going to be pasting because it's the same thing. I don't wanna waste a lot of time typing the same thing over and over again. So with that being said, now let's move on to the now let's start creating the all the gaps which collects the information about the user because of course he wants to register. These stuff are like the previous ones, they're all the same. but I don't want to copy and paste a lot of things so things don't get messed up. Message again, this is the alert alert from alert sign up for let me just actually oh, let me copy this because I'm going to be typing it the same and no need for this. Yeah, now let's continue with the panel. Now we're starting to the actual sign up form, which we are going to fill in all of the gaps to the customer to add his information when he wants to register to a new account. Sign up form. Form and I want to showcase these gaps of information in rows as usual. Div class row. Now start with the labels. Actually, after thinking, let's make it 6 minutes. Okay. Now for the labels, for if name, which is the first name, first name, input type. Let me put the attribute for this input type, text ID, ID, if name, the name is also if name, class pass form control. Let me copy this, paste it here, and instead make this last name L another L. Okay, let me copy this again because it's all of them are the same but different names, and paste this time because unfortunate. This time email, yes. Type text here, email name, and finally, well, not finally, now we need the password password type, input type text. No, it's not text, there's individual. I believe it's password, yes. ID password, email password for control. Everything is looking great. Did I miss something? Yeah, I missed something. Okay, copy, paste. Now the password, because when you enter a website and you want to register for the first time, you have to enter your password twice. So let me redo this real quick. For the password, input type password. Let me or just call it repassword 3. Okay, let's add another information such as, let's say, phone or mobile. Better mobile. Put type text ID mobile. Let's add the address. Yes, this is important. The address one. Let's say address input text here. Address one. Address one. The same goes for here. Address two. And yeah, right here. And there is nothing else. Now let's continue the code. I'm going to be putting the attributes for the style of the input, like, let's say, for example, the width, how the information will be displayed when the user type it. Let's set the values, like sign up, yes, the type of it, submit, name, name it sign up button. Class is going to be btn btn success. Let me close the form. Yes. Let me adjust this footer of the panel like usual. Make it margin 2. Close this div. Shipping. Yeah, after I'm done, let me save and check my work. Save, create new account. As you can see, here is all the gaps we entered. The first name, last name, email. I measured the placement, the margin, how the boxes would look like. Here we can fill the information and then click the sign up form. But here, please fill the fields. So let's say for example Taha Al Ahmad. Let me try type a custom email Taha Ahmad at gmail.com. Password this one, or let's do it. Mobile number, whatever. Turkey, Istanbul. Sign up now. If I want to use the email which was Taha at gmail.com. Now that I'm signed in, as you can see, here it displays my name. It says hi Taha. Now let me go to the shopping cart and proceed to checkout. If I press here edit, yeah, as you can see there is nothing here because I still didn't enter the cart.php information. I'm going to be doing that right now to display the cart information which contains the image, the price and the quantity and what's on. So let me go to Sublime and start doing that. Let me start with PHP as usual. PHP require and now as usual I'm going to be starting with the HTML of course as usual, but before I do that I'm linking all the style sheets and the bootstrap and what's on and writing the title of the page. but instead of doing that and rewriting the navigation bar and all of the stuff I already did, I'm going to be copying and pasting it here, paste, because all of this stuff I already made. So now let me get started. Now this is I'm linking all the style sheets and the CSS, the bootstrap, the JavaScript and so on. Here is the navigation bar as usual, the icons. Here is the home button, the products button, which leads me, if I press it, takes me back to the index page, the home page. And the idea is closing all of the divs and classes and adjusting all of the placements. Now for the actual cart, which displays all of the information, not to mislead or anything, let me type in a message here, call it cart. Sorry, I missed this. Cart info, let's call it. Now that I've closed this, let me start. Okay, let me start right now. Div class, I'm going to be starting with the margins, the placement. Let me show it in the rows. Oh, yes. Now again, put the placement div class margin 2. Div class margin 8. Now for the buttons, and sorry, I mean the panel. Div class panel primary div class the panel, yes, the panel heading, I'm going to call it cart check out. Now let's go for the body, which displays the information. Panel body. Of course, I want to show the information in rows, so row, and here are the information. First, div class the placement margin 2. P, which means button action. this. Okay, now let me, instead of writing them all over again, let me just change here the products image product name what else, quantity price, and which equals the quantity, but in this case it's not going to work. So instead, let me open a PHP to follow the currency. Echo currency, which is in dollars. Currency. We close PHP, close this. The idea for this is called check out. Sorry, check out. Let me write a footer div class panel footer. Sorry, this is for the main panel. Adjust the placement. Let me save. Just want to make sure. Oh, I missed something. Wait. Something. Variable currency equals PHP echo currency body HTML. Now now after I'm done with the code, let me check. Sorry. Let me save first. I've got to save. Recheck this again. Yeah, as you can see, here is my cart checkout page. Here you can see the product image, the name, the quantity, the price, and the pricing. This is the panel, the header, the footer. I adjusted all of the placement to look like this. Now, if I want to press here, now here I'm proceeding to PayPal to pay for the product. I'm going to be paying with my balance pay now. As you can see, payment confirmed. Here is my name, my address, the United States, because I made this like a sandbox account. It's not a real account, or I paid 1,100, of course. This is a custom account, and yeah, as you can see, you have been paid from this email. And yeah, that was why my website. That's about it. Thank you very much for watching.